Hello, this is a video demonstration of some of the issues that I'm having with my Keychron K3 with optical brown switches. So the TLDR on the issue is that a lot of these key switches are a little overly sensitive. So what happens is that just by lightly touching on the top of the keycap or brushing up top on it, you can get a switch actuation even though you're not anywhere near the tactile bump, and let alone getting past the tactile bump, which is when the switch is supposed to actuate, on any traditional mechanical keyboard. But, yeah, so let's see. So some of the keys are worse than others, and some times of the day they feel worse than other times of the day. They're pretty inconsistent. But one of the ones that's, more often bad than not is my I key. So sometimes just resting my finger and, oh, there we go. Right on cue. So if you noticed, I have this effect on, the RGB effect that toggles the RGB lighting, spreads a nice little pattern outwards as soon as a switch is pressed. And just, by lightly grazing on the top of the key, I was able to get it to actuate. Let's see if we can get it again. Right now it's not being too bad, but as I said, it's pretty inconsistent when it happens. So let's graze on it on the top again. There we go. Not pushing it down, not reaching tactile bump, yet I've already gotten several key actuations. Alright. There we go. But that isn't the worst part of the story. So the I keys, one of the kind of bad ones on the general keyboard layout, but most of the stabilized keys are pretty good. Like Shift doesn't do it, Caps Lock never does it, Tab, I've only had it a few times with Tab, but almost never there I was able to get it. But realistically, it's not a big issue. Same with Tilde. Tilde does it once in a while, but, not too bad. But the really bad one is my Enter key. This little piece of wonderful engineering has had me send a bunch of inadvertent messages. So you see right there, I wasn't pushing it down, yet so far we've gotten like 3, 4, 5 actuations without actuating the switch, without actually getting to that tactile bump, without passing it. And as you can imagine, this is an incredibly frustrating thing, because you can be chatting on the internet with a coworker, with your boss, and then inadvertently send a message you didn't mean to send, which basically makes the Keychron K3 with optical brown switches a no-go for any kind of serious office use, because if you can't trust it to not accidentally send messages, what are you doing with the keyboard? But it's a shame, because the keyboard's great otherwise. It's just, I don't know, it's unfortunate that these switches have a mind of their own. Like, I'm not pushing down the switch, I'm not actuating it, yet it has a mind of its own. It's actuating itself just by lightly grazing on the keycap. Anyway, it's a great keyboard, other than this glaring issue, which only affects some keys, not others. Watch this. On the K key, I was able to get it. Oh, it's actually happening a lot. More than I was getting on the I key. On this L key, I'm not getting it at all. Let's see, O key. A little bit, but not bad. P key, nothing. U key, a little. Y key, nothing. T key, nothing. I don't think I've ever gotten R. It's generally only I key, some of these, and then this dreaded Enter key, which is a huge oversight, which is strange too, because it's one of the stabilized keys. You'd think that would be the least likely to do it, but it is what it is. This keyboard's great otherwise, but the switches are kind of unreliable and undependable. So I guess back to my DOS keyboard I go.